Hello, everyone, and welcome back to this weekend's special edition of The Rundown, coming to you from Detroit, Michigan. I am your host today, Craig DeLuz, and as we know, I do not do this program by myself.
I'm your co-host today. I am Mike Wazowski, and welcome to the Sunday Fun Day. I don't have to run day edition of The Rundown. Almost got it right.
He almost got it right. And joining us today is, our host, the organizer, the mastermind of the event that we're at today, the founder, president, chief cook, and bottle washer of Legally Armed in Detroit, or L.A.I.D, as it is called, Mr. Rick Ector. Rick, how you doing today?
Hey, man, I'm feeling great. Also, too, I have you two guys, man. It's not very often I get to see you guys live
and
actually put in some work, but yeah. It's good to see you both and to talk to your listening audience.
To the put in some work part, you see how he caught me
putting in work.
Good to see you putting in some work. Good to see you putting in some work.
Because
all work and no play makes Jack a very dull boy.
And
right?
homeless.
And homeless. Well, no, all play and no work is what makes Jack homeless.
Oh, I knew I was doing it wrong.
Right. You want to make sure you get that in the right.
Exactly. So, hey, do me a favor. Start off by letting the folks know exactly what is this event.
This event is the annual L.A.I.D, Legally Armed in Detroit women's shooting event. Yeah, it's not very eloquently stated and named, but essentially it's an event where we give women from all backgrounds, from all over the geographical area, an exposure to firearms and gun safety. You know, they come in, we give them a briefing, we tell them about firearms. Not in depth, but enough to safely handle and operate a firearm. Range safety briefing, they get the basic fundamental safety rules, the rules of how to use and handle a gun, marksmanship, and we pair them up one-on-one with the firearms instructor and they shoot. And just some of the smiles and some of the conversations that I've been getting from the women after their experiences. Many of them are first-time shooters, but one woman stopped me today literally 10, 15 minutes ago and said that this was her sixth consecutive time coming to the event. So I was like floored that, yeah, she's really dedicated to the program, and I want to continue to do things to foster and engender that sentiment amongst people who show up to the event.
If this is her 6th year for free, you need to get her to the instructor course this year.
You know what? Maybe she might want to be an instructor. But, you know, whatever you feel your role is, you know, in terms of the gun community, man, you know, you find a need, fill it. And we'll have a good time.
What was it that inspired you to start this event 10 years ago?
Well, 10 years ago, I saw a very disturbing news show on the broadcast, and it concerned itself with a woman whose body was found laying in the street. And, of course, she was deceased, and I thought, man, I can't think of a more heinous event to occur. And I thought, man, someone should do something about it. So I spoke with a few friends, most notably Ken Blanchard, Black Man with a Gun, and I was telling him about my plan, and he told me to go for it. And so I did it. I went through social media, and I advertised about a free shooting lesson, come to a gun range. I'll provide everything, ammunition, guns, targets, range time. Didn't feed them, you know, but I said, well, hey, just come and I'll take care of everything. I was expecting thousands, you know, on the first iteration 10 years ago, man, and it didn't happen. I got 50, and as I talk to people, man, they say just, you know, follow that path, man, see where it goes.
That's it.
And now, after 9 additional years, we're here at the 10th annual L.A.I.D Legally Armed in Detroit event, man, and I get big shots like you two coming in from out of town and putting me on the show. So, I mean, what else can I do, man?
Okay, well, I think we're big and we have had shots, so I guess
I did both my shots last night.
So I guess that does qualify. Now, it's funny because you seem like a person who, the things you do start with something, a real life thing, and you're like, okay, I got to fix this. And tell the story, because you told us a story. Tell us a story about what got you into firearms and the guns in the first place.
Oh, yeah, that's another story. And I guess one of my titles I should add now is storyteller, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know, all gather around the virtual campfire, and then I say, hey, kiddies, I have another story to tell.
Like Papa Smurf.
You know, more. Well, I mean, you know what? If you can make it north of 50, man, you know what? Count your blessings and hope you make it to another 50.
Yep.
But my birthday is not until another month or so, September 25th, in case anyone is so inclined to shout out me on social media. But yeah, I wasn't really into guns per se, like maybe 15, 20 years ago. I had a 12-gauge shotgun for home defense in case someone was so emboldened to come into my home. But I wasn't really big into guns and gun culture. You know, about 15 years ago, I was coming home from work, and it was the time of year where it gets dark early. And as I was parking my car into the garage and egress from the garage, you know, two men were there with firearms who announced a robbery. And I'm like, no, this can't possibly be happening. And so as I'm being robbed, we're going through all sorts of conversation where they were making some really weird requests. Like, okay, you have my personal... Yeah, I know. Right.
It's a robbery. We'd like a cheesesteak sandwich.
No, they didn't. They didn't ask for a cheesesteak sandwich, but I mean, you know, a watch.
Oh,
you know, they even took my wedding band since I shouldn't be, you know, too broke up about that in the aftermath. But anyway, they got my wallet, all of my identification, house keys, car keys, and you would think, okay, most criminals might be satisfied with that. No. They start having weird ideas like taking me into the home, which was unoccupied. And I'm thinking, you know, this probably is not a good idea.
Yeah.
You know, of course they have guns trying to escort me into my house. But I'm thinking, man, if you're going to shoot me, it'd probably be better to shoot me in front of my house on the sidewalk. Someone might look outside and see me writhing in pain on the street, rather than me going into the house and getting shot in the house. And then, so, you know, I was divorced. Well, I wasn't